What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what's coming in Update 1.2. Now let me get some of the frequently asked questions out of the way right up front. We don't know when 1.2 is coming. There was no playtest over this past weekend indicating that they may be getting closer to release. However, there was also no indicator whatsoever that Update 1.2 would be here in the upcoming week. So we'll have to see if there's a playtest going next weekend or the week after to get a good guess as far as when is Update 1.2 going to arrive. In addition to that, we still have no word of console launches. We do know that it takes about 6 weeks for the initial approval on the Nintendo Switch, and we know that the Switch has a short exclusivity period prior to Dungeon Defenders Awaken going to PlayStation or Xbox. So Switch first, PS and Xbox later, and we will get about a 6-week notice as far as when it's going to hit Switch. Now hopping into the Update 1.2 content itself. Now we know that Rift Mode is coming. That's the big feature in Update 1.2. It's going to be a toggle similar to Hardcore, and you'll be able to play Rift Mode on any difficulty. Rift Mode promises tougher enemies with less of them. So it will give a little bit of performance boost, I'm assuming, as there will be less enemies on the screen. And depending on the difficulty of the mobs, it could potentially take less time to complete some of the maps. Now, Rift Mode is definitely the largest gameplay feature in 1.2 coming, and I am without a doubt looking forward to this. Now, Rift Mode will be available on all difficulties since it's just a toggle. So say you're to the point where you're really steamrolling Insane Mode, but you don't feel like you're quite ready to go into Nightmare Mode yet, you can always switch over to Rift Mode in Insane for a little bit of additional potential challenge. Now this, of course, since it's the big feature of 1.2, most Dungeon Defenders players that are following along with the development, they already know all about 1.2. But what is coming in 1.2 that you might not know about? Now, some of these things you will know, some you won't, but I just wanted to throw a few of them out there, as I don't think everyone knows quite about these. Now, first things first, let's hop right on into it. Tavern Difficulty setting. It's been an issue ever since the beginning. Of course, Nightmare and Massacre Mode both have their own damage scaling for what you do as a player as far as how much damage you output. We will now be able to swap our Tavern, just like in Dungeon Defenders in the original game, to test out our heroes against the dummies in Tavern, depending on what difficulty you're playing. So if you're in Nightmare Mode, you can toggle your Tavern to Nightmare, see exactly what your damage output will be in Nightmare Mode. If you're on Massacre, you can toggle to Massacre and check the exact same way. This is pure awesomeness. It's also going to allow you to check your defenses, as there are different things that happen to various defenses as a scaler when you go into multiple difficulties. Now, if you're currently an endgame player in Massacre and you're farming the summit, whether it be on campaign or on survival, there is no doubt you have run into the stuck siren. It has been confirmed by Chromatic that the stuck siren in Summit is fixed in Update 1.2. Now, in addition to that, the pure strategy achievement on Steam and for the trophy in your Tavern has been busted, so no one has been able to claim this trophy or their Steam achievement prior to Update 1.2. So this will be fixed. It was confirmed by a Chromatic employee just this morning, and we will be able to unlock this next Steam achievement and trophy, leaving us just with the big one in the middle, which we are still unsure of exactly what that trophy will entail. Now, gamepad players or controller players can all vouch for the fact that the controller play in Dungeon Defenders Awaken is not quite dialed in yet. They still have some work to do. Update 1.2 will be bringing full controller support. So we'll have the full enchilada. You'll be able to use a controller or gamepad if that is your choice without any issues. Now, this is, of course, is very important going into the Switch and PlayStation Xbox releases, as the controller just has to be dialed in and feeling good before it can be launched on those platforms. Another heavily requested feature that is from a community development team addition in the original Dungeon Defenders is a host ready up. In the original Dungeon Defenders, you can press Control G, and that will ready up the entire team, so you don't have to worry about someone going AFK on you and slowing your times way down, or just waiting for someone to hit G. So the host of a map will be able to ready up for the entire team and get the waves started right away. Now, in addition to these things, there have been countless non-specific bug fixes. These are not listed out line by line or available word for word exactly from a Chromatic employee. However, Chromatic has mentioned that there will be just an absolute ton of bug fixes going in Update 1.2. So it's a couple of additional things to look forward to other than Rift Mode in Update 1.2, and as soon as we know some more information on when it will launch, of course, I will be putting out a news video and featuring it right here on the channel. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Rating these videos does help me out a ton, and I do appreciate it. But thanks again, everyone, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.